oh, here's the minutes from then. This was, Ms. Francisco.
This doesn't say everybody though, this is just people that made comments, right?
Yeah, on the actual appeal.
Integrity order, okay, so Kelly, you did, I did.
I did, yeah, I did.
Steve, you didn't probably. But anyway, we went back and forth about this, we had a couple of meetings, and it is to extend it, how long, Joe? 6 months? Do we do those?
Yes.
When does it expire, or did it expire?
It expired over the winter.
When?
Over the winter, so it would
Okay.
have been December or January.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any, we've never not renewed a variance we've granted. The only question would be, this is April. Would we want to do it 6 months from today? Right, so that'd be October, that give you the, and if you do it, you do it, and if not, well, it's better than December, you would. So, I'm looking for a motion, we don't have to do seekers, we don't have to do anything, it's just a matter of, do we want to, renew, extend, I guess, extend the appeal number 2116 that was granted on 6/19, that would have been 12/19 that it expired. I'm looking for a motion to do this. We can do this by a show of hands also, we don't even really need the,
I'll make a motion.
okay?
I'll make a motion to, for Appeal 2116, 14 Maple Street, to request, well, not to request, to extend the appeal granted on 6/19/2017, 6 months from today's date,
Right.
which would be the 16th of December, or
16th.
October
October 16th.
2018.
Seconded by Kelly. All in favor? You're all set, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, second is Raymond Plant, 42, to subdivide, come on up. Yeah, okay, so that's that, right? All right. Good afternoon, good evening, rather. Kathleen is, let me tell you where we're at. Kathleen, you have to excuse yourself because you're a client. Steve owns property within 500 feet. He is not by our bylaws or rules allowed to vote because that could be deemed a conflict. However, we've changed that and allowed people to waive that rule so that they have more, like, we only have, it's a full board is 5 members. We only have actually 6. We're missing 1 member. So we have regulars and alternates. We don't have everybody here. There are 5 of us here. 1 can't vote, that leaves 4. The other one is gone. We're missing somebody. So for us to even have 4 people to vote for you, you would have to waive, allow him, you would waive the rule requesting him not to vote because he owns property within 500 feet. That way you get 4 votes, you need 3 positive votes to pass.
Okay.
Okay?
I believe that.
You weighed that, okay, so we're all set with that. What we have is a subdivision. This is gonna go to the planning board, Joe?
Yes.
Right. And it is for a Class B area variance because we went back and forth about this downstairs a little bit. And I didn't mean to tell you you couldn't talk down there, but
Oh, no, yeah, this is the public part.
right, this is a public part. It was okay, you were fine and you were answering questions, I'm stupid like that. Anyway, what we're showing, we did have correspondence, first of all, about the question from the landowner next door, Purcell's, I guess that is, that whether or not the driveways will be closed. My answer is that it appears that it's well past the 25-foot rear yard setback in towards the house, so not close to that neighbor on Standish, right? Okay, so it would be about where you show it on this plan, the proposed driveway. We had a correspondence from the infrastructure, driveway measurement should start at back of sidewalk, proposed parking, block southwest, which lot is deficient? Well, that's the lot that's deficient. I'm assuming, Joe, the 20 feet, just so I understand it, the property, he's showing 20 feet from the property line, correct?
What's the question?
Well, infrastructure said it should start from the back of the sidewalk. This is the back of the sidewalk, the property line, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, so that answers that it is where it's supposed to be. And he's talking about it blocking southwest. Block southwest. Proposed parking block southwest. I'm not sure what that means.
Are we talking for traffic view? Like from the
Huh?
corner?
I don't know. Do you know what that means, Joe? Proposed parking block southwest. Which lot is deficient? I know that answer, but I want to know what he means by.
Southwest would be in the street.
Ron, which lot is deficient?
This one, lot 1A. Lot
Okay.
1A.
Right.
1A.
This would be south,
Okay.
that would be west.
I don't
So
know,
maybe
and it
if
does
you
start
can
at the
driveway
proposed
going
driveway
there.
starts at the back of
This is east.
property line, which is the.
No,
Wait,
this
how
would
am I
be
like
You know what he
this?
means by about
This is
south?
north.
Then I'm gonna just, does anybody else have any idea what that means? If not, I'm gonna.
I think he thinks that the driveway's going on the other side to Pine Street. Because south would
But they're
be
existing.
towards the river and west would be towards Stewart's, correct?
Correct.
So I think he thought the driveway was gonna go on Pine Street.
Okay, well, it's not, it's going.
Because that would be the only way you could,
Yeah, I guess, okay. So, the deficiency, this is a corner lot. The deficiency is that you've determined that you have, that the Pine Street will be the front yard, even though I know that it's on there, but that the lot depth is gonna be from Pine Street back, it's average after we get to 91 feet.
Yes.
We understand that. The other lots are existing and/or being, the smaller ones existing, and the part that you're putting where the existing garage is exceeds the 100-foot depth requirement, so that's not deficient. Deficient lot is 1A. Right, we're all clear on that? Okay. And we have an application. And we have the question answered. Will the undesirable change be produced to the character of the, whenever somebody, by the way, puts in more than no on these, I have to read them, because almost everybody fills these out and goes, well, do this? No. We're gonna do this? No. That's all they say. So I'm gonna read it just because it's a pleasure of getting an answer, even if it's wrong or right. No, the character of the neighborhood will improve as the garage will eventually be resited to match the house at 42 Smith. Can the benefit be achieved by some other method? No, a garage could be constructed at 42 Smith, but it would cost much more than this option. Is the requested area variance substantial? No, 91 feet requested, zoning calls, ordinance calls for 100 minimum. And will the proposed variance have any adverse or impact on the physical environment? No, only the property line will change. And has it been self-created? No. We have the rest of the application. We have a short form seeker. Filled out. Did you fill this out?
Yes.
Did you work at AES? Is that
Yes, I
correct?
did.
Did you do these at AES?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Yes, look at question number 2. It says City of Plattsburgh Planning Board and Zoning Board. Actually, I'm gonna correct you. It doesn't need a building permit, right, Joe? It's not building anything.
The subdivision doesn't require building.
Right, so you're correct. He's got the acreage. This is the short form seeker. Is this the new one? Is this the old, this is the, oh yeah, but is there something, I guess this is it, right? Is there, are we missing, yeah, something, what happened to this, the other page, the back side of this page?
He did it differently, Ron. He just, there's
No.
the rest of it.
No, these are the
There's the-
same,
There's the rest of it.
but I'm missing questions. Is it
Go
out
one
of
more
order?
page, yeah.
Are you missing page 2?
I'm looking for the back side of one of the
Page
pages.
4 is next one.
In other words, I don't have,
Missing page 2.
yeah, missing page 2,
17.
which you filled this out digitally, so I'm sure it was done.
Yes.
In my packet, I don't have page 2.
You don't have to, I got these two.
You have a page 2? Okay, great, thank you.
Those all done?
That's all I want. Okay, I have page 2.
Okay.
Does anybody care about it? No, I'm not, it's not that big a deal, really. So, it's a permitted use under zoning regulations. The use is, you're correct. And you say it's consistent with the adopted comprehensive plan. I guess it is in a sense. It's a slightly maybe, and it's not a critical environmental area. Will propose action, no increase in traffic. There's public transportation, pedestrian accommodations. Yeah, especially, right, there's SRT right there, right? The proposed action has nothing to do with public or private water supplies. None of that's changing in any way. It's strictly only the subdivision. There's no National Register or State of Historic Places. Does any portion of the site of the proposed action lands adjoining the proposed action contain wetlands or other water bodies regulated by federal? Yes, and you're talking about the Saranac River. Is that why?
Did I put yes on there?
You put a yes on, yeah, and I don't think
That
we
may have
want
been,
that.
because I went through the DEC.
I think, I'm gonna change 13A to no.
Okay. That may have been filled in for me when I went.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, we've had them too where these forms say they're subject to archaeological digs if you do it on their website.
Right,
Right,
that may have been what it was.
yeah, okay. Suburban, no habitats, it's not in the 100-year floodplain, and no discharge, and no, really no construction, no closed solid waste facilities. Has the site of proposed action of adjoining property been subject to remediation? It's got, this one says yes also.
Really?
And that,
Those are
that's the
all filled
autofill.
That another one that gets filled out on.
That
That's
autofills all the time, right?
Because it says hazardous
Yes.
waste.
It's not, I mean, we have that one, we had it over at, the old Merkel house.
It happens with historic, remediation.
There's like maybe a half a dozen of them,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
it's
just- it
up
fills
to
it
the
out.
applicant to do their due diligence.
You gotta
to make
watch
sure
it.
that,
Okay.
you know, that's.
Right.
Resolved.
So, the question now is, if anybody has any questions about the secret, if not, I'm looking for a motion to allow the chair to, check no or small impact on the 11 questions and sign this saying we find that. Okay, go ahead.
So for appeal, 2160, on the short environmental assessment form, the chairman can mark no or small impact may occur on part 2 and sign indicating that there will be no adverse environmental impact
Yeah, I can sign it.
from the request. Yep, and you can sign the appropriate boxes.
Okay, seconded by,
I'll second.
okay, all in favor? Okay, now,
It's in the minutes.
that's the seeker.
Always find it in the minutes.
Um,
It changes depending on who it says, but it just kind of gives you the.
Regarding, is everybody clear what the only deficiency is the 91 feet average instead of 100 feet average? If
Okay.
anybody has any questions, fine, if not, I'm looking for a motion. Who wants to make a motion regarding appeal?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I make the motion for appeal 2160, Raymond LaPlante, to grant his Class B variance for a request to subdivide 53 Standish to be merged with 42 Smith Street at a deficit of a total of 9 feet for the setback,
depth.
lot depth,
As per, can you say as per the plans also?
as per the plans
Okay.
submitted.
I'll second.
Second, okay. All right, this one we'll use our forms for. A yes vote is to approve. 4/16/18, appeal number 2160. A yes vote is to approve. 9 foot.
Can I add something? Just so you guys know, since I've done the survey, it's actually 11 feet. I don't know if that's an issue or not. but
It's
I
when
wanted
what?
to be- It was 9 feet for lot depth before on the sketch. The actual survey plan is 11 feet.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
hold
want to
on.
be clear on that.
Let's allow them up to 12 feet,
Okay, so add that to
just in
the,
case something else changes.
Okay.
Yeah, can you change your motion to say that? And
Okay.
You don't just say change, you can just amend it to say 12 feet.
yes, an amendment to that, motion for 2160 to allow up to 12 feet, deficiency in lot depth,
Average lot depth.
average lot
Thanks.
depth.
Perfect.
Saw it 3 times.
Okay, seconded by Katie still?
Yep.
And the yes vote is
That's a
to
lot
approve.
shorter than saying.
Blah, blah. Yeah,
And you are all set. Go ahead. You got the planning board, thank you very much. Nice plan. Do you have a card, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Make copies. Great. I work for Lots. I work for Lots.
or you're not in the
Okay.
next one, are you?
Very good.
Oh, I don't know.
Just started that part over here.
Yes, I told him not to buy, so.
Yeah, okay. We'll chat soon.
That's right. I'm stuck.
Okay, Mr. Wells,
So you'd have to write
come on up.
it.
Okay, that was approved.
Reading that, it actually trips me out more than looking at the.
All right,
the
Mark,
short-
Mac or Mark?
Mark.
Huh?
Mark.
Mark, it looks like a Mac. Mark, Ron,
Nice to meet you.
Kathleen, Kate, et cetera, et cetera. She's in Central One, he's in Central Two. 84 Pine Street, and we looked all over downstairs at Google, we were going all around the neighborhood and everything. It was great. You want to put a 20 by 24 addition on your house, does not meet the north setback. Some of the questions that came up downstairs, number one, is the house even parallel to the property line? So that as far as you go back, does the property line come in so it's gonna be less when you're 20 feet back?
Ron, I hate to interrupt, but we should address the conflict that we have.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I apologize, thanks.
Okay.
Same problem, Steve, he has his property within 500 feet. Do you wanna allow it to have high votes? We're gonna waive his,
He can
you
vote.
waive the rule.
He can vote.
Okay.
Can't record the sound and put it up there.
Okay, so,
Something
do you know if the property line is parallel to the house? I mean, like, when you go back 20 feet, are you gonna be?
I did not measure it, sir, so I cannot answer that question, but from the map that I got, it does look like it comes in, because the front is, I think, 57 feet, and the back is 54 feet, I think, according to that, right?
52 and a half and 53.
Sir, yeah, so 53, yeah.
Well, but is that, which side
I'm
is
still
the
gonna
slope
be,
on?
I'll still be inside my fenced-in yard.
No, but which side is the slope?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah. Okay. One of the questions is, the 20 by 24 addition, just in a nutshell, are you gonna build it?
I'm gonna have the foundation done by either Fuller's or Philip Moore Flatworks.
Right.
And I'm gonna have the structure built by, Ron Joy Construction out of Osable.
Who is it?
Joy's Construction out of
Yeah,
Osable.
okay.
They will put up the
Structure?
the structure, enclose it, winterize it, like
Then you're gonna-
I say winterize it, but enclose it
I
so
know
no,
what you're saying,
so it's
dry
all
it.
weatherized, I should say.
Weather
And then I will do the
The inside.
inside, and I'll have a electrician come and do
Yeah,
my,
yeah, just curious.
cause I need a sub panel.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 200 amp service, and I'm gonna have a sub panel in the
Yep.
addition, and then I have an electrician come and hook up all my breakers, and then run the wire to my meter.
Yep, okay, but you understand anyway, just as it came up, you understand how that works in the city, they have to be registered, they have to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
insurance, all that.
They
Fine.
they all have insurance.
Oh, yeah, I know them all. Yeah.
I just
The
debating
question-
on,
huh?
I'm just debating on who I'm using for the foundation,
Right.
if I'm gonna go with.
Well, I think I can tell you, I heard that Phil Moore is not doing it anymore.
Oh, he is, he called me. He gave
Huh?
me a quote, he gave me a price.
Was that pretty recent?
It was 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
He was
I
in
heard-
Florida, and I called him like 3 weeks ago, and he finally called me back like
Good,
Monday.
well, maybe he is doing it then, we'd heard otherwise. Anyway, is there a reason it has to be right even with the end of the house?
There's my back bedroom, which is one of my foster child's bedroom right now, and that's where the window is, and I wanna take that window out, and that would be the door, the entryway into the upstairs addition.
Into the downstairs or upstairs?
I wanna do, it's 2 stories, so.
Right.
The upstairs, there's a window, and that's gonna be the window in that bedroom. It'd be taken out, and that'd be the door to go into my upstairs addition.
Right, and would you go through that? That wouldn't be a bedroom anymore then, right? That'd be a different.
Correct. So I'm adding
Okay.
2 bedrooms to make 4
But that's
bedrooms.
why you're all the way, that's why you're
Yeah.
all the way over to the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Because my 2 rooms up, there's a small bathroom and a small bedroom up there, and there's a wall in between, so I can't take that wall out to make another.
Right.
It'd just be a big, I guess, but it'd be a big ordeal, like,
Right, I understand.
more money, I'm on a limited budget.
And this is the size you need, 20 by 24, pretty much, right?
Yeah, that's what, that's what me and my wife.
Well, you need room, right?
We figured it out, and I
How
want-
many people
How many people live
all
there?
together live there?
Me and my wife and 3 kids right
Yeah.
now.
You need the room then.
I got my daughter who's 6 years old, and she shares a bedroom with one of my foster childs who's 22 months old, and then I got another 22-month-old boy.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you need the room.
right. My daughter does good in school, and she does a lot of activities, and when the baby wakes up from teething, and in the middle of the night, it wakes her up, so it's just
I understand.
I want her own bedroom, and I need to build a downstairs bathroom, because my mom has a very hard time going up the stairs. The other day she came and she actually got stuck on top of the stairs, and I had to go up there and help her.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
our story is
Yeah.
that my mom babysat, because I like to have 3 babysitters, and I come home after working, me and my wife both work at the hospital, and I said to my mom, "What'd you do with the babies while they took a nap?" She said, "I sat in the rocking chair for 2 hours while they slept in my arms," and she's 70 years old, and she's crossing her legs because she can't make it upstairs to go pee. So
Yeah,
I need to do
yeah.
something. It's either put the house up for sale and try to find another house, and I probably want to end up in the city.
And do you like, it's a nice area.
I lived there for 16 years.
Yeah.
It'd be 16 years this August.
Yeah.
I bought the house when I was 20.
I almost bought a house on Pine Street. It was a duplex that got turned into there was 2 one-bedrooms. I liked Pine Street. Does anybody,
My next door neighbor, Dean Styria, that's the northern property. He was gonna write me a letter, but he said that he got a card in the mail saying if there was any complaints, not to come, to come and complain, but if he didn't show up, that meant.
that's the
he
one on
didn't.
the other side, and it's actually quite a ways from where your property line is to his house, right?
Right, oh yeah, there's a whole nother, cause he owns 2 lots. He's on the corner,
Right.
it's like a 2 lot.
Oh, that's a big white ranch.
And,
And he
you
has to
see,
get it off.
the issue is,
I could try to buy property off of him and extend my property, but.
no, but the issue is, what you're here for is a variance because you're so close to that side yard, which
Correct.
the rest of your house is. Moving it over 2 feet or 3 feet, that end isn't gonna really, it's still gonna put you like 5 feet instead of 10 feet.
Yeah, I could probably move it over 2 feet. I'm
But
not-
that doesn't,
But
that, you know what, that looks worse.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be flush with the house right there. and-
Right, now, the roof line on the front, it comes up and it's got that gable, you're gonna keep that same roof line pretty much?
Yeah, I'm going with the one, it's gonna be higher because the house was built in the early 1900s. So I only have like 6 foot 7-inch ceilings right now, and I'm going with 8-foot ceilings.
Yeah,
So the addition will be higher,
right, well,
and there's
that's
gonna be,
good,
and
and you need 7.4 anyway.
right,
Right,
my,
Joe, 7.4? I think 7.4 is still right, maybe it can be 7 foot apart,
I think it's 7 feet.
yeah.
My engineer,
Yeah,
he
that's
designed
good. That's good that you're making it
a
hard.
custom cricket,
Well, do
I call it
people,
a cricket, custom
anybody have-
valley to get the water away from the
anybody have
house.
a question about this?
I think the only concern we had was the angle of the house in relation to your property lines. If you go back that 20
Yeah.
feet, are you going to actually go,
Into
Closer.
yeah, do you know if that's
can't
the
be-
case?
I'm not gonna be hitting I know I won't be hitting I won't be touching the fence, I'd be still away from my fenced in yard, but to say that I'm gonna be,
You might be,
I might be a little closer, only by an inch or so. It won't
Okay.
be it's not much.
no,
more
because
than
if
that.
the
It's hard
whole
to tell
lot,
with the
if the
only
whole
half
lot,
foot.
picture.
the whole lot's
That's not a
98
lot.
feet deep, if it's only it's a half a foot, 6 inches narrower in the back, I mean, who knows which side or anything. I would say that if we're gonna do a motion, that we would indicate granting a variance of 36 inch, call it 36 inches right at the house, staying in line with the house, and whatever it comes out at 20 feet later, if it's 29 inches or 34 inches, we've defined it as not, as staying,
Continuing that line.
following the
Right.
line of the house or something like that. But anyway, if nobody has any other
I just
questions, I want to
gotta,
do the
what,
secret.
is, does
Okay.
that, does a chain link fence run along, like where your wooden fence is, does it chain link continue?
Yep.
So then that's gonna keep the boundary there anyway.
What's that?
Because I thought that's what it was. There's like 20 feet of wooden fence and then the chain link continues on to the back,
Yeah,
right?
there's a little cement pad there, I think somebody back in the day had a fuel barrel there, cause there's some pipe sticking out of the cement pad.
That's what it would be
So
there.
that's actually where I have my grill right now, so that's why I just put that wooden fence there to enclose the grill, so.
Actually, it could be an old well too.
And plus, it was to help my dog, so my dog wouldn't escape. Because there was just like a little 4-foot crappy fence that was there, that just went from the edge of because there's a cement patio, so.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna do the seeker, okay? And this is a short form seeker, build a 20 by 24 addition, variance and building permit. But let's just put down, ZBA under 2 and building inspector. Just for what agencies it is. Less than an acre residential. It's not really forest. Can be urban or suburban. Well, urban is close enough, I guess. Does anybody have any other questions regarding the seeker? Because if not, I am looking for somebody to make a motion regarding the chair's ability to check no or small impact.
We'll make a motion that, after review of the short environmental assessment form answers to questions 1 through 20, that the chair check no or small impact may occur for part 2, items 1 through 11, and check the second box and sign at the bottom of the page for that this action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impact.
Seconded by everybody.
Oh, do you?
Steve?
Steve?
Sure.
Steve can have it.
Okay.
Did we vote?
Huh?
Vote?
Yeah. All in favor? Aye. Now, regarding appeal number 2161, if nobody has any questions, I'm looking for a motion.
I will try to make a motion. On appeal number 2161 from Mark Wells at 84 Pine Street, requesting approval for an addition 20 by 24 to the rear of the house, which does not meet the north setback, that we grant a variance permitting the construction of the addition per the plans on the north side of the house, which will be distant from the northerly line, the side yard boundary line, a distance, it's 36.5?
Yeah.
So 36.5 inches from the,
Where 10 is required.
where 10
feet,
Huh?
where 10 feet are required, and that the addition continue in the northerly line of the house towards the rear of the yard.
Right.
And that, that line shall not be limited to 36.5 inches as long as it continues in that line of the house.
Right. Seconded by Kelly.
Sorry, Denise.
Okay. Seconded by Kelly and Katie. You can vote. Okay, so a yes vote, this is 4/16/18, appeal 2161. A yes vote is to approve the variance. And it is 4 yes votes, you're all set?
Thank you,
Get your
guys.
plans done, your permit done?
Fine.
5 yes.
5?
I was a little slow, sorry.
I have my plans already, so you'll be seeing me soon for the building permit.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
So,
Okay,
Where's your first application?
this is the only one that you had, you had something to sign? Anything else?
Not many of those,
No, they're not.
especially
All right.
this time of year.
Thank you,
February
too.
meeting. Scott, Nate, Kathleen, Kelly, Steve. Okay. Katie can't vote on the February ones. All right, did everybody look at that? Does anybody have any questions?
I'll move to approve the minutes from the February 12, 2018 meeting.
Second by Steve, all in favor? Aye. Those are approved?
Was January then?
February.
No, but we did do January? Okay.
Long time ago, Kathy.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All
Do you
right.
need them?
No, I got him in front of me, that's why I don't know
Any
why.
new business?
I have new business. I just want to move to publicly recognize our fearless leader, Ron Nolan, as a recipient of this year's David Alley Award for New York State Outstanding Zoning Board Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Really nice.
We're
That's
looking
awesome.
forward
It
to
really is nice.
Partying hardy down in,
Yeah, we're gonna party at the Sagamore at lunch.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It'll be good though. It was very nice. It was pretty surprising actually. So, I liked
Very
it.
cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they probably only had the one application.
don't stop it. And thank you to Denise again for raising it, bringing it to our attention, and that those nominations were still being taken,
Yeah, thanks.
and that award is out there, because
Yeah.
you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
That's sweet.
Any other business? No? I'll take a motion to adjourn. Who wants to do that? Come on, practice your motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn our April meeting.
All right, all in favor?
I'll second,
Aye.
and.
Oh, second by Kathleen. Aye. All right. There's that.
I'm moving in the right direction, I think at least I figured out how to do the seeker.
How's it going?
There
Now,
you
the
go.
motion for the other ones, that's
Oh,
gonna
I
take a
think
little while.
motions are easier. It's
Yeah.
less-
Can these
Well,
be returned?
Boy, are they-
sometimes they can be complicated.
Well, I think it's just, like you
They
said,
were
I
bought
think you
in
just read this, don't you?
1997.
I always do better
council
with
chambers.
public speaking
I don't even remember
on
what we
any
had
level
before, but I
if
liked it
I'm
better.
not reading.
What was the one?
See, I can't